Welcome to part 3 of how much grit is being removed at a wastewater treatment plant as seen in this Hampton Roads Sanitation District case study. I'm Brady Goodman, and in this third episode we're covering using the correct performance criteria for the stated equipment with HRSD as a case study example. In part 1 we covered testing methods used at HRSD and how to avoid test errors up to 40%. And in part 2, we touched on the impacts of small installation changes made in the HRSD case study. Grit removal systems have been installed nationwide over a wide range of years. When getting ready to test a system, find out when it was made and what its grit removal efficiency states it can achieve. For example, it would be pointless to compare the fuel economy of a 1975 Chevy Nova to a 2016 Toyota Prius. The same is true for grit removal systems. So when preparing for a grit test, it is critical to know the age of your equipment and its original grit removal efficiency specification, which are applicable to the dates it was manufactured and installed. Going back to the Hampton Roads Sanitation District WEFTEC paper and case study we've cited in the previous episodes, the removal efficiencies for a 360-degree pista with V-force baffle were referenced as the performance criteria for the much older 270-degree 1988 pista that was tested at HRSD. The new higher efficiency achieved with baffles had not been invented in 1988 at the time this pista was installed. The 1988 270-degree pista without baffles has a grit removal efficiency of 95% of 300 micron, 85% of 210 micron, and 65% of 150 micron. In comparison, the most current 360-degree pista grit chamber with V-force baffles has dramatically increased grit removal efficiencies by achieving 95% of 105 micron and larger. When comparing the two HRSD 270-degree forced vortex grit chambers, the 1988 unit did not do well for the numerous reasons outlined in this 3-episode series. In comparison, the second 270-degree grit chamber tested at Hampton Roads Sanitation District was successfully tested to its 2010 performance specifications using a reliable testing method and approved by an independent engineering firm. In some of the Hampton Roads Sanitation District paper presentations, the grit removal efficiency and the 3D depictions of a 360-degree pista with V-force baffle with a grit removal efficiency of 95% of 105 micron were used to evaluate the 1988 HRSD 270-degree pista with no baffles. Mixing and matching eras of technology can misrepresent how the equipment was originally designed to perform. This is very similar to the 1975 Chevy Nova comparison to a 2016 Toyota Prius. The fuel economy is not comparable due to the age of the technologies. Little things can add up to big differences in test results. Look for parts 1 and 2 of how much grit is being removed at a wastewater treatment plant, the Hampton Roads Sanitation District case study. Thank you for watching and learning more about grit removal efficiency tests. For more information on grit removal, visit gritthefacts.com or contact Smith & Loveless, your longtime trusted source in grit removal system innovation and development.